Yo, yes now, blessed now. Do not forget the rest now. Barber's fucked my fringe up, I think. Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Sepultura once again. We had Morbid Visions on quite a bit back now, and I didn't finish the record because I felt it was a bit samey. But we'll make sure to get through this one, alright? Hopefully there's a little bit more development, a little more variation in the sound on this record. I know that we've got some great things to come as far as Sepultura is concerned, so I want to get to it, but I'm just hoping we made a little bit of development from the last record. We're going to start with the intro, 30 seconds, and then we're going to get into From the Past Comes the Storms, which is track number 2. There is 13 tunes on this record. To be honest with you, let's call it 10 because we've got a demo of the second song and we've got 2 rough mixes at the end. We don't listen to that. We listen to the studio recordings. We get to the real deal. It's going to be quite long at times, so it best be of interest purely as we've got a 7-minute 16 song on this. Without further ado, access all the full album listens via the link down in the description. Don't waste your time waiting for me to upload song by song on this channel. I've got such an incredible backlog, you get your value, don't you worry for that. This one's intro, Schizophrenia. Let's jump straight in. This is Sepultura from the album Schizophrenia. We've got comments as well, which is good. Come on, then. There's an air of blackened thrash in this, don't you think? There's a blackened element to the music. Come on. Great riff. What do you people think of the production, the recording of this? Because Spawn 1210 says outside of its shitty recording sound, Schizophrenia was always one of my favourites. Wish they would re-record this one day. Even if Max and I go out there, the riffs deserve it. What do you reckon to that, eh? What the hell is that on the album cover though? What the heck is that? So let me give you some insight. I thought that was quality. I thought that was consistent. If the band follows that level of quality throughout the entire of it, hopefully we'll get some twists and turns. But that's good metal music, innit? Production wise, I was a little bit caught off guard at first, because we had the riffing and then the drums came in, and I thought surely a second guitar's got to come in at this point, and the second guitar never came. So I think there could have been an extra emphasis on the guitar line, but I got used to it within moments. So overall, it's not too bad. We've got To The Wall coming up next, which is track number 3. Let's keep things moving, people. Let's listen to some Sepultura together, alright? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Sepultura, Schizophrenia. Yeah, as of so far, just after listening to the first track, it's good metal music. It's very talented metal music. It's tight, and it's fast. Let's go. A little bit blackened in the vocal. These sound like some incredibly fun riffs to play. That's galloping there on the double kick. Them toms sound crazy. The drum kit sounds really cool on the record. That kick's really punchy. Bow, bow. Hard. I'll go back on this bit. Just getting a call. One moment. Yo. Making sure my recording's actually working. I think I've screwed something up. Let's go. Come on. Something about that riff sounds like it'd be a pain in the ass to play. I mean, once you get it under muscle memory, I'm sure it's nice and tight and easy, but I bet learning that riff's a pain in the ass. Come on. The wall I'm facing now. Seeing my life going through my eyes. Feeling death behind my back. Stops that. Still a gentleman, my best out. When I feel my body bleed. Spreading mass, there's no pain. Just silent, my legs play echo. Scream, my body beats. Still blood. This record's a lot better than the Morbid Visions, Bestial, whatever it was called, record. A lot better, a lot more mature, very consistent. They've really come into a great space with this one. Escape to the Void is coming up next, track number 4 of 10, let's call it. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. This one's Escape to the Void. It's not a Sabbath song, it's a Sepultura tune. Track 4 of Schizophrenia. Come on. going to say something. Of course I'm going to say something. These good metal bands, yeah? Of course they were in the right place at the right time, met the right people at the right time. A lot of the riffing and a lot of the sections are relatively basic. I mean, this riff, for example, has just come in, is just incredibly basic. What Sepultura have got is volume. They're putting out records, full records of just dun 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 dun. Of course, there are some more tech-heavy riffs, which we've referred to in the last song, at least. So I'm not saying that it's all just very dull, but instead of spending hours on end trying to craft that perfect riff, which is something I've done in the past when I've played for metal bands, they've just created material, content, and just got it out of there. Easy 10 tracks, full of just riff after riff after riff. Some of them are hits, some of them maybe not so much. You know what I mean? They obviously haven't focused on creating the most ground-stopping metal section to section. Definitely not.
Nothing to say. Why must we die? Escape to the void. Stay to the void. I look my face on the side of the hill. Face is down, it's full of work. What's for the head? Weight of my head. I'm dying, and I can help myself. Not ready. Nothing to say. Why must we die?
Who's moshing? Who's moshing? Come on! Who's moshing?
What I have been running from, I'm not accused. There's some in the worst way. Cause you're like it, and that's why.
Like a Metallica riff, that. Am I thinking of Metallica? More than likely. Ignorant. We got credits. Lead guitar, Andreas Kisser. Producer, Andreas Kisser. Was it self-produced? Remastered by George Marino. So it's got copyright 89 and 97. So they must have remastered it in 97. Is that correct? Or actually, there's a couple of additional bits on the end. Maybe that's to do with it. So it's a re-release. Synthesizer, Henrik Portugal. I haven't really come into the synth, have I? Maybe at the start on the intro. Drums and percussion, Igor Cavalera. Producer, Igor Cavalera. Producer, Jeff Daniels. Rhythm guitars, Max Cavalera. Producer, Max Cavalera. They've all got production credits. Vocals, Max Cavalera. Violin, Paulo Gordo. Bass, Paulo Pinto or Pinto Jr., producer Paulo Pinto Jr., engineer, producer Tarso Senra, composer and writer Andreas Kisser, composer and writer Igor Cavalera, composer and writer Max Cavalera, and writer Paulo Pinto Jr. I don't know what the writing credit's about. Oh, I guess it's strictly right because we've had composer and writer prior to that. To make sure no one's in bloody house. Let's go.
Nothing to say. Why me? Must we die? Say to the boy. Stay to the boy.
Madness. Thrash metal mad. Metal thrashing mad. Longest one coming up.
Newsman of Cherry.
Was a bit daunting initially, but I'm interested to see how they pull this one off. This is 7 minutes 16 Inquisition Symphony coming up right about now. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. This one's Inquisition Symphony. Call it midway through the record at this point. We're not doing the additional tracks. We're just doing studio records. The original Sepultura Schizophrenia record. As always, if you want to access all of the full album listens, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. Don't waste your time on the old YT. Let's go. That's that synth that was credited. It's an instrumental. Come on. Jojo wants this to be played at their funeral. That's mad, innit? Come on. Here we go. Let me say, right, I appreciate the instrumental. I appreciate that it's nice to let something breathe for a bit. But could you not have just thrown vocals on top of this? Could you not have just thrown vocals on top? What's the problem? Jimmy says this whole record brings in my mind one band only and I don't know why. Motorhead. Sepultura took their name from a translation of a Motorhead song called Dancing on Your Grave. Grave equals Sepultura in Portuguese. That's... how's that for connecting the dots there? That's mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not bad for a couple of teenagers, says Potatoes O'Brien. Yeah, very good. I didn't know they were... You know what I mean? You tell me what age they were when they put this record together, because it's quite mature metal. It's actual metal, you know what I mean? There's no frills to this. It is metal through and through. It is very pure. Why Motorhead though? Come on. Annalie Bliss says Metallica can't compare to these guys. And then the Joanne says total different genre than Metallica. Not really. I hear a lot of Metallica in the music, if you ask me. Maybe not so much this one, but in some of the riffs I do hear Metallica. I guess they were all crossing over, you know what I mean? And when we talk about not in the same genre, this seems a little bit more blackened, but it's definitely thrash metal, isn't it? A little more death metal as well in Sepultura. You don't really hear death metal at all in Metallica. Crossover. It's like proper crossover riff, that. Clean. Come on. That last thrash riff was for the lunatics only. That was a great riff there at the end. So yeah, it was alright, but I feel, you know, it's unnecessary to have a purely instrumental when you could have had vocals here and there anyway. You know what I mean? Unless it serves a purpose. I don't dislike it. I just think, why not put the vocals on top of there? But you know, I get it. Here at King of the Pit, we like a good vocal line, unless it's like a hardcore punk mosh intro or something. Other than that, not too fussed. Screams Behind the Shadows coming up next. We're listening to Sepultura. Hold on tight. Back to the business. Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Sepultura's Schizophrenia, the second record, second full-length LP by Sepultura. This one's entitled Screams Behind the Shadows. Let's go. Slayer. Clinically insane. Drug tape paranoia.
Shadows and cries, footsteps and sidewalk. Head forward to run in the past, just some place to sleep.
Am I wrong in saying that Brazil doesn't receive its flowers as far as its contribution to metal music? The Brazilians are never really referenced too often in my world.
Your flesh is your agony, and what my sense of dust. From a life that's blocked by the souls, from death got original pleasure.
Come on.
Just feel unset of death. There's my truth, spread itself. Death becomes sleep, subliminal, precious soul. The words I reject.
Come on! Ignorant, come on! That's a riff. Come on.
I've been placed on that step, but it's more than death, face you. And it's all that face you, but it's all death, sounded.
Just check the messages. I got a nice little request for Offspring and a couple of live Nirvana bits. Come on now. That was Screams Behind the Shadows. Some ruthless riffs. I mean, this is a riff band, innit, really? I won't say it was a drummer's band. I won't say it was a vocalist's band. I won't say it was a bassist's band. This is a straight-up guitar head band. Septic Schizo coming up next. But yeah, we've got some brilliant riffs in this record. We sort of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But every once in a while, we'll hit the sweet spot with a nice riff, which definitely pleases me. Let's hold on tight. We've got track number 7 coming up. Yes, now, bless now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. This is Septic Schizo. Track 7 of 10. We're listening to Schizophrenia by Sepultura. A little more palatable than their debut release, I'll tell you that. A lot more mature, even though it was only so far between the two records. Let's go. Here we go. Come on, D-beat. Yo, they need to do more D-beats in this band. That's sick. That was sick. Vocals are nice there. Distortion on them vocals. Red. Absolutely ruthless. This record is a showcase of extreme music without the novelty of extremity, without the brutality and the emphasis of going overboard. The band is just intense. Very intense. Speed, aggression, technicality, vocal performance, very impressive. Very impressive. No need to downtune to hell and back. No need to have the brutal gutturals. No need for ridiculous breakdowns. No need to break the world speed record. They just do the right job. We've got The Abyss coming up at 1 minute 3, so it might be a little filler to the next 2 tunes. So if so, we'll do The Abyss and then we'll do R.I.P. Rest in Pain. Alright. Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV, KOTP TV. We're listening to Schizophrenia. This is track 8 of 10. It's entitled The Abyss. It's 1 minute long, so given the theme of the record, I assume it's going to be filler. And then we're going to listen to R.I.P., given that's the case. Yeah, cool. Right before they utterly destroy you with Rest in Pain. I'm looking forward to this then. Nylon guitar. Fretboards on a nylon, the string separation's a bit far for me to deal with. I find them quite uncomfortable. Nice moving bass line there. That's that Metallica I was on about, people. Can't avoid it. Right, we got R.I.P. We might have an advertisement, but let's keep it moving. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Right.
This is just my life. Fight by the evil and strong. Show the world for hate. Die with regrets. Generate, get nowhere. The world is now go wrong. And if you know, listen to me. Look out, I'm fire.
Come on.
Ready play. Ready play. You wake up play in the world. Yours go rub your flash. Pick up. You're a nice. But not this in the air. Show the one. For the air. Silence force the paranoia. Die cry. In my face.
I bet around this time the live performances were sick. I'd mosh hard to this band. I'd join the push party for sure.
The life I choose.
Come on. Them stabs are nice. That's a Slayer bit, that innit? That's Rain in Blood. Just one chord, that's all it is. Is this band tuned down half a step? That was a very morbid ending. That was something I've never heard before. That was bizarre, that ending. I liked that a lot. Made me feel uncomfortable. I did not expect that. Gave me a shiver. I feel awkward listening to that. That was really good. That ending is unlike anything I've ever heard before. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. That was inventive, creative, and it worked. We've got Troops of Doom to finish the record off, so let's get straight into it, people, alright? dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're going to finish this record off. We've been listening to Schizophrenia. This has got a lot of views in comparison to some of the tracks we've listened to, so this must be a good one. Let me just say, access all of the live album reactions, engage in the pit, click the link down in the description. You see how much of a catalogue we're developing on this channel. Just jump the queue now. This is Troops of Doom. Let's finish this record off. Let's go. After this, I'll do a video in regards to an overview of what I thought, and I'll give it a rating, and we'll go from there. Peace. Shout out to all the moshers. Shout out to all the metalheads. All of the greasy long hairs. All of you grim and frostbitten black metal warriors. All of you nerds out there. All of you metal nerds. All you record collectors. If they don't play this at my funeral, I'm not dying. Come on! Come on, who's moshing? Come on. Let's go. Tight. Oh! They should have kept with that. That was hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was great. That was great. Yeah, yeah. You know what? In my opinion, Sepultura work best within the 3-minute realm. Bit of overkill when we verged towards 5 minutes. That was the perfect song length to ensure they could fit all of their transitions and great riffs in without killing it off too much. That was good. That was possibly the best track on the record, I would say. I would say that was the best track on the record. That was Troops of Doom. So I'm going to sign out, people. I'm going to do a little recording in regards to my overall review. And until next time, peace out. Peace.